Okay. I want to talk next a little bit about the ease of setup, comparing specifically to Autopilot. We're getting a lot of feedback from the challenges with Autopilot. There's a lot of push to go this direction. Microsoft is providing it with the EAs, but they have a lot of prerequisites that's a little concerning because you have to have everything Microsoft related. It's got the EA, you have to have OneDrive, you have to have Azure AD, you have to have Microsoft Intune to really take advantage of what Autopilot's offering. But that also means you're giving all your infrastructure and identity and all your data over to Microsoft. And who knows what they have in store for the future as far as licensing goes around that. I'm not sure everybody is really keen on giving that all over to Microsoft, because that could be problematic later down the road. Rather than that, keep control over that. So Swimage allows you to control your image. It allows you to control all of your applications. It controls all of your data. It doesn't matter where you store your data. Swimage is going to manage that. It's very easy to set up. So Swimage setup is a couple of AD accounts, a SQL database, a single server. It doesn't matter the size of an organization. We have customers on the couple hundred machines up to 350,000 plus systems being managed with Swimage in a single organization. Still the same kind of infrastructure. Very simple to set up. It's a click, next, finish. Couple of hours, and you're fully functional. That fully functional meaning you can actually start deploying. Kick off the agent, you push it out, and those machines immediately are ready to be rebuilt, managed, controlled, everything through Swimage, because we have so many of the out-of-box templates and everything already configured. 80% of the time, it's like, yeah, it's good to go, ready to configure and start using Swimage immediately. And then the deployment times, about 30 minutes. Anytime there's an issue, you can rebuild the system in 30 minutes. On the Autopilot side, not as much. It can take a long time to even deploy a machine. And if they're remote, low bandwidth, no bandwidth, can't do it at all. It doesn't work. So in Autopilot, you have a lot of limitations. It's heavy labor to set up. There's a long learning curve. You have to have special talent in order to manage this, which usually translates to expensive talent. You have to have multiple portals. Anybody that's used it and trying to manage it is always frustrated with Microsoft regularly changing what their portal looks like and what you have to do. And all of their policies that you do within Autopilot are really Microsoft driven. So you have some flexibility of what policies are, but it's within their limits. So you can't say, for example, I want to change some of the Windows components that are installed by default, because Microsoft may not want you to do that. But with Swimage, you can change any of those. You can remove any of the Windows components that you don't want to have in your organization. Okay. Installation is a lot of times weeks to months with Autopilot, and configuration takes a very long time. And it's a lot of technical debt to install Autopilot. And once you're into that technical debt, getting out of it is also very expensive. So you're kind of at the mercy of Microsoft, whatever they want to do for their licensing fees. They've got you. Okay, so we want to make everybody aware that there's an alternative to Autopilot. You don't have to do that. However, if you want to go Autopilot route, we can leverage it. We can still deploy applications from Intune. We can support the Autopilot provisioning process. We can do all of that with Autopilot, but we certainly don't depend on it. Okay, then coming to the actual deployment flexibility, which you can do with Swimage versus Autopilot. Autopilot is very rigid. You can't customize the image. You're going to get the latest Microsoft image, whether you like it or not. Swimage allows you to have that fully customizable. You can build and maintain it with Swimage. Like I said earlier, you have Swimage actually define your image within Swimage. Say, I want my image to look like this. I want to have these customizations, these settings, these applications. Go. Swimage actually rebuild that entire image for you, sysprep it, publish it, all with one click. So it's very, very easy to manage and update images with Swimage. Swimage also manages your hardware drivers. You can point to an existing machine and extract the drivers directly off that device and create a driver pack out of it. So you can customize drivers. You can create applications that are treated like drivers. So you can have an application that is packaged like an application, but handled and installed like a driver. So for instance, your hotkeys or whatever is specific to a certain type of hardware, you can say install this application on this particular hardware based on what Swimage detects on that machine. Okay, and you can also use hardware wildcarding to say, I want all Dell machines to have these couple of drivers in addition to all the other normal drivers it's going to use based on its PMP. Within Autopilot, the hardware drivers are pulled down from the update. So the update store is fine for the vast majority of them, we have no problem with that. But there's going to be exceptions to that, and Swimage can also support that model. But Autopilot doesn't have any exceptions for those off cases that are once in a while. You're going to have a driver that you don't want from the store. You want a specific driver for a specific model. You can do that. On the application side, Swimage can handle any type of silent application from anywhere. It can stage those locally as well, so they can install those rapidly and be ready for those applications immediately on first login. It also does a matching application process, so it can match applications based on what it found in your old system, your old operating system. Match those based on rules and reinstall those applications. It can reinstall the same application, or you can pick and choose different applications based on app A. I want to reinstall app B. You can do stuff like that. Okay. And then on the Autopilot side, applications are fairly rigid. It has to be in the Microsoft or in SECM through SECM applications. And it's very bandwidth restrictive. So you have to have pretty high bandwidth to get those applications installed. And it can take a long time before applications are actually installed on a machine after the user logs in, which becomes a problem for the zero trust process, because you could have a very long wait period with Autopilot before that machine actually becomes secure and compliant. Whereas Swimage, that machine's compliant before the user even logs in for the first time. Then on the customizations, we have the ability to customize anything you want to with this process. We can customize templates. You can add additional scripts, any type of executable, run it through PowerShell, and you apply those customizations to a template. That template gets applied to a provisioning process. That provisioning gets applied to a machine, and then that machine's going to honor that throughout the life of that machine. Okay. Customizations with an Autopilot really strict around group policies. Again, like I was saying, group policies within what Microsoft allows in Autopilot are restricted based on what Microsoft wants you to see. They're controlling the group policies. You're not. Although you can manage which group policy you're assigned, you can't add your own personalized group policies in there. Okay. And then data protection. We protect data no matter where it's at. It detects where the data is at based on rules. It keeps data where it's located. If you want to migrate data with Swimage to go, I want to go from localized data to OneDrive, you can do that. If you're already in OneDrive, Swimage can handle that. And it'll migrate data wherever, however you want. And you also have data within that full disk snapshot. So it does do that snapshot. If you ever need to retrieve data, that snapshot has all the data in there. So even if your rules missed it, you can actually go and retrieve it. The goal again with Swimage is never have any data loss and always have your data protected. Now that snapshot, in the event of malware, can also be taken offline, and you can take that and put it into its own virtual machine, and you can do forensics on it. If you see malware on a machine, you get that machine fully recovered, take that snapshot offline, and actually go through that process and find out where the malware came from and do that sort of forensics on it. Okay. Then we also maintain encryption throughout, so at no point is data ever decrypted on that machine. If you start encrypted, you're going to keep that encryption through the entire process. On the Autopilot process, a little more rigid on that. If you really want to maintain your data on a PC replacement, you have to have it in OneDrive. There's no process in Autopilot to go to directly from PC to PC or even to some type of external storage. You have to have it in OneDrive for it to get restored. If you're doing an in-place rebuild, it does delete all your data. You can retain just the data in your profile. Anything outside of your profile is gone. It's unrecoverable at that point. So you do have some risk in data loss if you're storing data outside of your standard profiles. And you also have no control over any of the settings with Swimage or with Autopilot. But you do with Swimage, you have full control over all your data retention settings.